Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Anu and I make videos about studying and working in the UK. So if any of that interests you, make sure you watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. I'm pretty sure you're going to find them very helpful. And if you didn't already know, I did my master's in publishing at the University of Exeter. And as you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to give you an honest review about studying at the University of Exeter. The aim of this video is to tell you about the university from the perspective of someone who has actually studied there, and that should help you decide whether or not Exeter is the right place for you. So yeah, let's get on with this video. Just a disclaimer, I have my laptop here with me with some of the questions that I have made up, and I think all of these questions here cover a lot about the university and possibly answer the questions that you might have about the university. So if I'm looking somewhere here, it's because I'm looking at my laptop, in case you were wondering. So the first question is, why did you pick the university and what made you want to study there? I have 3 reasons why I picked Exeter. First is that it offered the course that I wanted to study. As I already mentioned, I did the MA publishing course and it is not a common course at all. The country where I'm from, you do not really have that course at all. So even in the UK, not a lot of universities offer a course in publishing, but Exeter was one of them that did, and that was one of the biggest reasons that I decided to apply to Exeter. Other reasons include that it is part of the Russell Group of universities, and I know for a lot of people it doesn't really matter. In case you're wondering, does it really matter? It's more about the reputation. I wouldn't say that it really matters in terms of getting a job, because the job market in generally is not at its best right now. So I wouldn't say that if you studied in a university that's part of the Russell Group, you're going to get an advantage in the job market. It's just something to do with reputation, and that, for me, coming from a different country, mattered a lot. It may not matter a lot to you, which is fair enough. The third reason I picked Exeter is because it offered a lot of scholarships. I did get a scholarship to study there, which covered the entire tuition fee of £20,000, and I made a video about how I applied for the scholarship and some tips. So if you want to watch that, you will find the link to the video somewhere at the top and also in the description box. So if you want to apply for scholarships at Exeter, go and check out that video. I'm pretty sure you're going to find it very helpful. Even other than the scholarship I got, the university also had a few other options for scholarships. Exeter offers a lot of scholarships, and that was also one of the reasons why I decided to study there. The second question is, are you satisfied with your course? So like I mentioned, I did the MA publishing course, and overall, yes, I am satisfied with the course, but I feel like there could have been some things a little bit different. I was the second cohort for that particular course. There was only one group of students who studied the year before me. Because the course was relatively new at the university, the professors were still, I think, were trying to understand what's really best and how to go about with the course. But I think there could have been more stuff that would be industry related. For example, I currently work for an academic publishing company, and we did not study anything in our course about academic publishing. There's a lot of talk about AI in publishing, and we did not really learn anything about that. So I think it would have been nice if the course was more industry specific and up to date, which I did not find when I was studying. I don't know if there have there has been any changes to the course design right now. Overall, I would say I was satisfied with the course. The third question is, does the university offer scholarships for international students? Yes, Exeter has a lot of scholarships for international students. I got the scholarship that's called Global Excellence Scholarship. That scholarship had 3 different categories. One was a full scholarship that would cover the entire tuition fee. The second was a £10,000 scholarship, and the third was £5,000 scholarship. But currently, I think they have changed it, and the full scholarship is no longer available. But I think they still do it for like £5,000, which itself is very helpful. I think any kind of financial aid really helps. You will be able to find details of all the scholarships available for your course within the course website. I totally recommend apply for a scholarship, even if you feel like, what are the chances I will get? I mean, that's literally how I felt. But when you get it, I think it's life-changing. So go ahead and apply for it. The next question is the university diverse? Yes, the university is very diverse. You will find students from various countries, but to be honest with you, Exeter as a city is not diverse. So within the area of the university, you would find students from literally any place that you could think of. But when you go slightly away around the city centre or just slightly away from the campus, it's not diverse. Exeter as a city is not diverse. The next question is, how is student life? I think student life in Exeter was amazing. I had a really nice experience studying there. There was a lot I could do as a student. There are lots of societies that you could be a part of. They always organize lots of events so you could socialize, make friends, do lots of different activities. It's really fun. There is also a specific body that organizes events for international students, which I think is amazing, because especially if you're an international student, it can be very daunting moving to a new country. So if you have a platform where you could like connect with other international students, I think it really helps. So back when I used to study, every Friday morning they would organize sort of a meetup at the Iska Eats Cafe near the student accommodations, just opposite the Lafroda buildings. They would give you like free drinks and some pastries, and you could just meet other people, talk, chill out, get to know others, make friends. So I think that was a really nice idea, especially for international students to socialize. Other than that, they would also organize some trips for international students at really good student-friendly budget. For example, I remember going to one of these trips where I only had to pay £25 to go to the Warner Brothers studios in London. And when I say £25, that includes the tickets as well as the travel from Exeter to London. So as you can imagine, really good deals, lots of good opportunities to make friends. So I think the student life was great, and I certainly had an amazing time there as a student. The next question is, did you ever require any extra support from the university, and was the university able to deliver that? For example, mental health support or extend deadlines, etc. I personally did not require any such support, but I'm aware that university does support students for these things. I personally knew someone who required mental health support, and they were able to contact the university, speak to a therapist on a weekly basis. So the university is quite active in terms of supporting mental health, and you have therapists that you could book sessions with. So that's really helpful. In terms of extending deadlines, yes, if you have mental health issues or any other kind of illness and you would like to extend your deadline, the university does support you with that as well. You could speak to your professors and do this. I personally know people who have done that. So yes, the university is also quite supportive in taking care of you in these aspects. The next question is Exeter a good city to live in? When I was studying in Exeter, yes, it was an amazing city to live in. I had an amazing experience. When I first landed in the UK at Heathrow Airport, the immigration officer asked me, "Where are you going to study?" And I said, "Exeter." And he said, "Oh, you're going to have an amazing time there. It's an amazing place to live in. I'm sure you'll have a good time." And he was right. As a student, I really enjoyed studying there. I studied there from 2022 to 2023, and it was amazing. But in 2024, like 2 years ago, I went to Exeter, and I also have a video about it. If you want to have a look at that, you could watch it. I will put the link somewhere on the top as well as in the description box. Over there, I talk about my experience in Exeter a year after graduating when I went there, and to be very honest, it wasn't that good. I did face some problems, and Exeter did not seem like it used to be when I was studying there. If you are curious about that, what really happened, I speak about it in detail in that video, so go and check that out. But yeah, is it a good city to live in? I had an amazing experience when I was studying, but when I went there later, I did not like it as much. So I could say it's more of a 50-50 answer. I can't really give a clear answer to that. It really depends on your personal experience. The next question is, are part-time jobs easily available in Exeter? To be completely honest, no. It's not the easiest to find part-time jobs, but if you keep looking, if you keep searching, you will end up. I'm not going to say that you will not find a part-time job. It might take some time, but I'm pretty sure after some time, after applying to a couple of different places, you will get a job. I mainly worked at the university. There was a store at the university called Marketplace in the Forum building, and I worked there. And to anybody who has any questions about part-time jobs, I would always recommend that you work within your university, because you have a lot of flexibility with the timing because you're a student of that university, so you could choose for how long you want to work, and they're a lot more flexible with you in terms of that. And along with that, the pay is a lot better. The university pays you more than what you would earn if you work outside. It's fact, and that's true with any university. So yeah, I have talked about applying for part-time jobs as well as my part-time job at the university in a completely different video, which you would see the link to somewhere at the top as well as in the description box. It is a very helpful video. A lot of people told me they found it helpful, so you can go and check that out. I have shared some tips on how you could apply for part-time jobs. So again, coming back to the question, yes, you can find part-time jobs. You just have to be patient and keep looking. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. The next question is, share your favorite thing about the university. My favorite thing about Exeter University is how green it is. It's an absolutely beautiful university. It is not gated at all, and it's just so green and just so beautiful. And I think like having lots of trees around and fresh air around really helps you. And I mean, at least it helped me get into the zone that, okay, like I'm here to work hard, I need to study. Like it really helps you feel good every morning when you wake up. That's how my mind works, and I just love how beautiful and green Exeter is. And green is also their official color, and as you can see, I'm wearing the Exeter hoodie, and this is their main green color for their hoodie. So yeah, I love how green it is. And the final question is, share one tip for students coming to Exeter this year. My number one tip would be to make most of your uni life. I did not realize this sooner. I think I spent the first term just getting used to it, because it was my first time staying away from my family. So I really spent the first 2 or 3 months just like getting over homesickness, and I don't think I enjoyed the first 2-3 months there at all, just because I was missing my family. But I think my biggest tip would be to try and get over that and make most of your university life. Try and meet new people, make friends, experience new things, do attend all the activities that the university organizes. Just make most of it. I think like from the second term onwards, I started doing all of these things. I had more friends. I would go traveling with them. We would meet up a lot, attend lots of events. I think especially if you're a master's student and you literally only have 1 year of this, you don't want to lose out on this, because you will miss it once university is over. And I can promise you that. Like, I miss it sometimes, really. I think make most of your university life and just go a little extra mile and like get out of your comfort zone and do things that you would remember for the rest of your life, because it is an amazing experience and you will not regret it. So yes, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you found this video helpful. The whole idea was to give an honest review of Exeter. As you have seen, I have been as clear as possible. I've not just said good things about Exeter and the university. I've also given you the negatives, just so you have an honest idea about what it would be to study there. I just really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please show your support. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.